Hello everyone, here in this practice we are going to learn how to use onDelete set null and onDelete cascade for the foreign key. In the previous practice we learned how to define foreign key constraints during creating a table. We created two tables, a parent table dept_new and a child table called emp_new. If you try to select from the parent table dept_new, select star from dept_new, the table is empty. Let's try to insert a record here. Insert into dept_new values, for example department ID 200, department name sales, and the location ID, for example 1000. Run this insert statement. One row inserted. Select star from dept_new, and here we go. We have a parent record, department ID 200, department name sales, and the location ID 1000. Select star from the child emp_new and run the statement here. We have only one record, department ID here null. Let's try to insert a new record. Insert into emp_new values, employee ID, for example 2, name is Sam, email sam@test.com, for example, and salary 5000, and the department ID 200. Run this insert statement, and here we go, one row inserted. Select star from emp_new. We have two records here. Select star from dept_new. We have a record here, dept ID 200. If you try to delete from dept_new, where dept_id equal 200, and run this statement, so as we can see, integrity constraint violated, child record found. So here the statement failed because there is an employee record in the employee_new table that is referencing this record. So if you select from emp_new, as we can see here, this record is referencing the department ID 200 from department_new. You cannot delete a record from the parent table if we have records in the child table that are referencing the parent record. We have three options. The first option, we can delete the child records first, then delete the parent records. The second option, we can use onDelete cascade or onDelete set null for the foreign key. The third option, we can disable the foreign key constraint that will be discussed later on in later chapters. So let's try the first option, which is delete the child record. Delete from emp_new where dept_id equal 200. So here, delete the child record where department ID equal 200. One row deleted. Then try to delete the parent record. So as we can see, one row deleted. So if you try to select from dept_new, the table is empty. Try to select from the emp_new, the child record, as we can see, where the department ID equal 200 is deleted. The second option that will be discussed in this practice, use onDelete cascade and onDelete set null when defining the foreign key constraint. So we have here two practices. Create a table called emp_new with 5 columns. So this is our create statement. Create table, this is the name of the table, and we have here 5 columns. Employee ID defined as primary key, employee name defined as not null, email defined as unique, salary check constraint between 400 and 20,000, and last thing, department ID number of 7. We want this column to be a foreign key, so we can put here constraint dept_id_foreign key 2 references dept_new dept_id onDelete cascade. So this table is exactly the same as emp_new table. The only difference here is the foreign key constraint definition onDelete cascade. Let's try to create this table. So table emp_new created. The department ID of emp_new table is referencing the department_new table using dept_id column. So let's try to select from the parent table dept underscore new. The table is empty. Insert into dept underscore new values. Just create a record, for example 300, department name for example marketing, and the location ID for example 1000. Run the statement and one row inserted. Let's try to insert into emp underscore new 2 values, and employee ID for example 1, name is Tom, email tom@test.com, salary for example 4000, and the department ID 300. Run the statement and here we go, one row inserted. Let's try to select from the table, select star from emp underscore new 2. So as we can see, we have only one record. The department ID here is 300. Select star from the parent table dept underscore new. We have also here one record. Let's try to delete the parent record 300. Delete from dept underscore new, where dept underscore ID equal 300. In this case, the delete statement will not fail because we define the foreign key as on delete cascade. That means if you delete a parent record, the delete statement will automatically delete all referenced child records. So let's try to delete here. So as we can see, one row deleted. Try to select from the table dept underscore new, which is the parent table. As we can see, the table is empty. Select from emp underscore new 2. Also the table is empty. So deleting a parent record will also delete all reference child records because we are using here on delete cascade. If you use on delete set null instead of on delete cascade, that means if you delete the parent record, a null value will be used for the dept ID on all child records. So in this practice, we learned how to use on delete cascade for the foreign key. I hope this video was informative for you, and thank you for watching.